This is Gregor Arturo live here in Highland Park down in Los Angeles. Yes, San Andreas has not... Ooh, look at that boulder. Oh man, you see that? You see that? Oh, that looks like fun to climb. I just discovered that in that moment. I may have to wander over there. But here we are on top of Eagle Rock in Highland Park, giving you the down low on reality, at least from this perception, because we all have our own perceptions. And so this just might be a little bit intriguing, or I might just have the clarity to describe what I'm perceiving. And so let's jump into the clarity. My last name is Clary, so Clary, here it is with the download. Fuck! Like, damn! Like, I don't even know how to begin to describe these energies, like, coming down to earth. They're just, like, ripping open, like, every part of our being, like, top to bottom. And some people are having a pretty rough time, and, like, me, it's a little rough, and the thing is, I feel like I'm a little ahead of the curve, and so, like, woo! Good luck, everyone. It's definitely like a dismantling and a rebooting of the human body to this higher level of intelligence, awareness, perception of the now and everything. And so, has it been a little bipolar? Yes, just a little bit, you know, just like up, down, all around, all over the place. It's just happening here in my reality, at least. So how's your reality? That's a good question to ask, is how is your reality treating you? Is it a roller coaster ride right now? Because that's sure what it feels like. Hell yes! And so, when we talk about like ascension and like shit going down on the metaphysical, I'd say yeah, they're about right. Just maybe, you know, some misnomers with how we're describing this elevation of perception. And so, coming from like Gregor Mad Scientist alchemist style, how I like to see it is like there's this flow of cosmic energy. Some physicists would like to say neutrinos. Others, like myself, would like to call it the luminiferous ether. Tesla loved that phrase. And it's flowing through everything, and there's different densities of this flow. It's just like a river. And that flow funnels in to create everything in existence! And besides that, like in a simpler way, is like as that flows into different flow forms and geometric constructs such as cellular crystal lattice structures, it creates these rooms for expression, which is where sound comes into play. This is really the basis to atoms. Anyways, ether funnels and creates everything. If you change the room size of a cell, say of a crystal lattice structure, from say one harmonic to another harmonic, well, you just change the acoustics of the room, and all of a sudden you got protons, neutrons, and everything appearing. Basically, none of it exists in the way we think it does. And so, with this cosmic flow that funnels all of creation matter, our human bodies, which are then antennas to receive this consciousness, this infinite consciousness, but my body has a specific form of reception, thus receiving Gregor and who I am. And so, yes, I am you. It is very true. I just have the Gregor, receptor going on with this human body design in this lifetime in space. And sometimes, yes, it does interconnect with other incarnations of being, of perception, but more or less, it's still very unique to the now. Well, this flow, ever since, the infamous December 21st, 2012, has been increasing. It just keeps increasing, like, non-stop ever since. I mean, when I was at, like, Serenity on the spring equinox, when I was using my copper wand, some people were like, oh, that's a nice little pretty piece of art. Well, there's a little bit more to the art. Yes, there is. And, well, it never worked so good. It was just, like, stirring the ether into this magical soup of manifestation. Like, I can't even, like, begin to express how my own perception of reality, there's more to perceive, basically. There's more that I'm aware about. Being like, oh, there's this taste. I've never even tasted this whole level of reality over here. And this smell, oh, this is entirely new. There's so much new to, like, grasp on into the moment. And so when we come back to the now, with this cosmic sea, it's increasing. There's more density. Even though I'm like holding the phone with my hand, if I like, there we go. We got a little magnifying action with the cell phone, and the cell phone doesn't matter. Now the density is getting so strong in the environment and also with our own selves in terms of receiving it and amplifying it, that like this little energy of the cell phone is just puny compared to what the human body can do. And anyways, you can amplify it between the two hands like never before. I've been doing energy work for like over a decade. And like to feel subtle magnetic effects between your hand required lots of breath work. Like not anymore, just like bam, instantaneous. It's just like right there. It's like at your fingertips. Magic is becoming real like never before. The question is, do you believe in it? Are you willing to believe it? Are you willing to accept the existence of how all this comes into being? Are you? I think you are. I really think you are. And so, with this magic, it has the capability to create our realities. I mean, it's always creating our realities, but how we come to our level of awareness to take it, to harness it, to work with it, to actually manifest it into something concrete in front of us, say a force or matter. That's the alchemical transition at our fingertips right now. It's so unbelievably insane. It's like 4-dimensional printing. Screw 3D. Let's go 4D. Let's just make it right here and now and then. It's like if you think of the Pyramid of Giza, it's more like this ultimate commander chair for reality. It just allows you to well, I got all this ether juice. What do I want to do with this ether juice? Well, let's collapse it into this little flow form and make this little creation, and voila! Look at all this gold we have. Ta-da! And so, are we coming to this level of realization? I think we are. I think it's becoming more and more a reality of our imagination, that our imagination is king. It can be whatever we want it to be. But we've been stuck in these constructs of being well, there's this law, and then there's this law, and there's this law. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It's all about entropy. Everything is coming to a rest and dying very slowly. How depressing. That is our paradigm, I know. But it is science. It is science. It is rigorous. We must follow it to our death, for it is the truth. And well, there we go. There's our little box. So let's open that box a little and say, to an open and infinite system of everything. And well, the flying spaghetti monster might exactly be real. And so, oh look, there it is over there. Oh, that's a helicopter. But it could be. You just have to imagine it. But oh wait, we have these constructs of being binding us to this reality. Like gravity, all of a sudden it's whoa! It's like gravity just kicked in. It just kicked in very fast right there. Because I am binding my reality to that perception. Am I saying that I'm able to overcome it right now? No. Am I saying I would like to someday? Absolutely. Am I moving toward it? Absolutely. I'm just shedding it. I mean, there's this lovely movie, American Tail. 80s with a mouse coming to America, and he's coming to Ellis Island where all your dreams can come true, and there's this crow, and the crow starts singing a song, never say never, never say never. And there might be some truth in that the more we say never, the more we limit and bind our reality to this construct of being. And am I ready to step into something epic and wizardry and a little bit of Harry Potter thrown in with some Jedi and all that magical nowness in terms of creation? I think so. I think there's enough juice for us to start doing some cool stuff. And that if this juice keeps picking up, the ones are gonna be woo! It's like getting into speechless territory. I gotta start inventing some new language to describe how things are going right now. I hope I'm doing good right now. It's only the now, obviously. Right now, right here, right now. That's all there is. And so, how do we expand on it into a miraculous creation? What are we going to create? That is this real question of the now. Is what are we going to do with it? What are we going to take this experience, this game, this story, and put it to the way our hearts feel it wants to be? And that compassion, is just seething from every corner of the globe like never before. I see it in people's eyes, and it's about to branch out into this critical mass of being yep, we are all in this together. Might as well start working together because I'm you and you're me, and we just start integrating that into our beings of now. And so if this ether keeps picking up, who knows what's gonna happen? I mean, you get crazy ideas of well, if you get a magnetic pole shift and the magnetic field collapses, well, there's this lovely equal and opposite reaction of work and potential, and you could say magnetism is work. The Earth's magnetic field is swirling through me right now, but as this energy builds in me, the magnetic field starts to curve more around me, the noise starts to curve around me, and this silence appears in me. But this silence is my own magnetism. It's my own potential, converting the etheric potential of the now. So you could say, in simple layman's terms, high magnetic field means low etheric potential, and high magnetic vacuum, such as with diamagnetic materials or superconductors, you have high etheric potential. And so what does that etheric potential extrapolate into? Well, it extrapolates into high neutrino density, thus being able to collapse into our wishes. Oh. At the same time, by harnessing this chi, without necessarily collapsing it, chi is still information. You can still access this information. The more chi you can harness or connect to, the more internet connections you can make to the world around you, is this increased bandwidth of perception. Wow, it's like we're our own Wikipedias, and it can like go up and down and all over the place in terms of how we relate to the information. So what if we just keep going up? What if we keep relating to the information more and more and more? I mean, it just gets to this like level of wowness, like really a divine wowness. And heck, I mean, it's all just beautiful. It's just coming to this crescendo of just accepting like, wow, this is good. This is excellent. You know, like the curveballs from like Monsanto and the oil industry and the powers that be and all that crazy jazz, it makes it juicy. You know, this isn't a boring planet whatsoever. There are so many challenges ahead of us, yet there's so many of us with solutions. And so as this is coming to a crescendo, we're gonna see problem solving like never before. And heaven on earth, people. Heaven on earth. I can't wait. Oh wait, there's no waiting. It's here in the now. Snap!